And we got a very special guest today, Jackson Tumbridge. He goes by many names. He goes by Jackie, Jacko, Tummy, and personally, I like to say best shooter in the country. So, hey, welcome back. How do you feel like being on the pod?
Yeah, it's good. Appreciate the opportunity. I've watched a couple episodes, so yeah, glad to be on it.
What was your favorite practice memory?
Practice memory. Ooh. When coach, because I be getting a defensive stance, but I don't be getting down low enough. As to like some people who've been here a while, and he calls me Viagra legs because my legs are straight and they're stiff, you know. But yeah, he calls me Viagra leg, which is pretty funny. But that was the first couple of weeks too, and after that, you know.
And then Coach Laney's like, he plays so erect.
Yeah, erect Viagra leg. Love
like
saying
he always said it like that. He's like, why are you guys playing so erect?
Yeah.
I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s,
It's recording now.
Okay, it's recording now? Oh, so all those other takes didn't matter then. Okay.
Yeah. Just the camera saw it.
Yeah, just the camera saw our fuck ups. But it's okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome back everybody to Keeping It OneJando. As usual, Zeke, our friends, our family here. We got Hondo himself.
Hi.
We got Ian. And we got a very special guest today, Jackson Tumbridge. He goes by many names.
everyone.
He goes by Jackie, Jacko, Tummy, and personally, I like to say best shooter in the country. So, hey, welcome back. How do you feel like being on the pod?
Yeah, it's good. Appreciate the opportunity. I've watched a couple of episodes, so yeah, glad to be on it.
Hey, no problem. Hey, we're happy to have you on it because
Appreciate it.
shit, like we've had a lot of people on our mind and you've been top of our list. We've been talking about it, but we didn't want to interfere with the season, so we were trying to like wait until like after the season, you settle down a little bit and then we'll interview.
Yeah, appreciate
So
it.
no problem,
Yeah,
no
appreciate
problem.
it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on to the show, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Excited.
much.
Excited.
So, I guess I'll just ask you the first question. Like, you want to tell a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Jackson Tumbridge. I'm 20. I'm from Sunshine Coast, Australia. This is my first year coachees. I actually did 2 years. I did my junior year in high school and my senior year in high school. So I'm going to do my junior year in Ohio and my senior year in Albuquerque last year. So yeah, I've been in America a while. So I love it. I got 3 more years to go. So I'm a freshman, so yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, bro is old as hell. Bro is old. Nah, like, it's just kind of crazy because, especially, well, I was a team manager. I mentioned it a few times, and well, he is like he's the main sharpshooter of the team. And he broke the record of most threes in the game of Cochise College basketball.
real?
Yeah, like he's a dog. We've been knowing. No, it's just like one question that I do have for you is that you mentioned to me many times that like you have your own AI company and you have all these like, what are some things that made you move into the direction of AI rather than just clothing itself or other things on top of it?
Yeah. No, I definitely seen the potential. It's one of the like quickest growing industries in the world. So potential to obviously make money and make a difference in the world. So I saw that in it and wanted to learn. I learned a lot. I own a couple of businesses, so I learn a lot. I like learning and mentors and stuff like that. So yeah, I like AI and clothing, all about it. It's pretty fun, yeah.
Hell no. This man said he got multiple companies.
He just flexing on us right now.
Nah, dog. Like,
Real entrepreneur.
I was happy as fuck about the pod, but like shit, multiple companies. No, and like another thing, like he just said, he is from Sunshine Coast, Australia. So like, how has that changed? Like moving here, of course, it wasn't all immediately to college. You had some time to go into high school, junior, senior year. How was that changed for you? Because I know the time zones are like super different. Like, how was that for you?
Yeah, it was a bit interesting. To be honest, I was a bit scared coming first. Like first time coming over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 30-hour flight. Well, not single flight, so it's 2 hours from my hometown to Sydney, then a 17-hour flight, and then wherever I go in America. So it could be 7, whatever it may be. So yeah, it was a bit of a journey getting over here. I was excited to meet all the different people and the new culture and stuff, but yeah, it was definitely a new experience. But it's good. I meet a lot of people and hopefully connections in the future. So yeah, it's good.
Shit.
Yeah.
How has it been like? How's your experience been down here?
Yeah, Cochise?
Yeah, like around like Cochise, like down here in Douglas and everything.
Yeah, it's good. It is very different. It's more of like a Mexican kind of feel, I guess. But I like it. Like Yeah, I love Mexican food, like tacos and all them. They're really good. Yeah, I love it down here.
Nah, like he don't know. I had to put him on. We had to go to AP over here. We had to cross the border, and we went out. Went out to eat like one of my favorite spots. It's called Apatacos. Shout out to them. But like I had to put him on to like actual like Mexican food rather than just like Chipotle and like things like that, because especially on the way trips, like that's all we ate really. Like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Cane's, and Chipotle and Panda.
Hey, King slap. King
What's
slaps.
up? Nah, but like after a while, bro, you want to kill yourself, bro.
You had to introduce him to like you had to introduce him to the real cuisine out there in
The
Mexico.
cuisine, yeah,
Real
like
cuisine.
it was really different
Yeah.
because like how was it like for you to actually go to another country and it's so accessible to you? Like,
It was definitely because obviously Australia is a big island, so there's no border countries, none of that. So it's a cool experience, and I love like kind of learning. Like I love I write down my notes in Spanish, try to learn and like Duolingo, all that. So yeah, it's a good experience. I want to try and learn different languages. And I love traveling.
yeah.
So I like to obviously see new cultures and different kinds of people. Yeah, it's awesome.
And like every time like you travel, and I know that you carry a bunch of like, well, you said your businesses and everything, like how do you leave like a lasting impact wherever you go rather than just being there, just staying there and like not contributing to anything
Right.
else? How do you leave your stay to it?
I kind of like I make friends. So like I have a lot of friends from my past 3 years, which I feel like one of the most important things about getting a new culture, a new experience, about making friends. And like you might see them down the road. Like I got a couple friends. Like 'cause my first school was international school, so I got a lot of friends in Spain and all those European countries who I might see later on, which would be pretty cool. And I think like my mum always says it all the time, like making friends is probably the most important part about traveling. Obviously degree and basketball and stuff,
Yeah.
but friends is a big part of it, I think.
Shit, Mama Tumbridge dropping the knowledge. Mama Tumbridge dropping the knowledge. Nah, it's just really dope because personally, like when I got into like the basketball team, like I was nervous as hell, not gonna lie, because I was like, fuck. I was just like, how am I gonna try to connect and try to do my part as manager? Because I knew I wasn't playing. I knew I wasn't gonna be shit.
Yeah.
So I wanted like to find like little ways of trying to like help y'all out, and I felt like the people that were like the warmest to me like at first was Josh, Nah, you, and Ho.
Yeah.
Those were the four that like I was like the warmest to immediately.
Yeah.
And bro, like thank you for you, bro. Like fuck, dude, it was stressful, especially like everybody coming from different areas and that. Like how do you get used to that?
I don't know. I feel like you're more tolerant of people because you obviously click with certain people. And I feel like certain countries, like if there's another Aussie on the team, I obviously click with him.
Yeah.
Like Woos and like I click with them pretty quickly. Like the same kind of culture. But like I said, I love learning new culture, new friends, and it's just a real good experience. I'm glad I'll be able to do it. So it's really a blessing. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's honestly really dope, and like it was a pleasure to meet you, bro. Like it was really cool because like I said, I was just scared because I was like, fuck, like how am I gonna like stack up to these guys? And it was a big learning curve for me because I was just like, I know I'm not a collegiate athlete, and like I never posed myself to be like, I'm never gonna act like I can beat this dude. Fuck no, like I'm gonna get cooked.
Yeah.
But I just try to like do the best I could with you guys, and like the littlest things like passing and just like that. I always prided myself on like trying to pass it on the seams. And anyway, out of 10, what do you rate how I did as manager this year?
I think a 10, bro. I think
You don't need to give me courtesy.
No.
You can
I
be dead ass
think
with me,
you're a
bro.
10 because a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of managers, but some management like they don't really care, you know,
Yeah.
like you really care, especially when mum. I've shout out to my mum again. She watches the live streams back, and he says, "Man, that dude on the mic, I think he's your manager. I think is he? He's like real good on the mic. Like he's really like upbeat and that kind of stuff." So yeah, I think a 10, bro. Like you obviously care, which is I think like the main part. I think. Yeah.
I appreciate that because I was like, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help you guys. I was there for you guys. Like shit. Like of course they were paying me a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy hours. I was getting like 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
But I was just happy to be there. And like,
Yeah.
honestly, thanks to you guys, like I was able to get out of my shell and just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
little things like that. Because honestly, like my freshman year, I was just grinding, literally work and just school, and that's it. And I was really lonely, not gonna lie. And I was just like, fuck, man. And one time when I was at work, my coach hit me up, like my high school coach, and he told me, he was just like, hey, like, are you interested in like being a manager for Cochise basketball? And I was like, say less, like shit, fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
And honestly, that was like the best like thing that I've ever done, because like you guys gave me lasting experiences that I'll remember forever. And also I'm applying for this commencement speech, like when we graduate. I'm gonna shout the fuck out of you guys out, like I'm gonna shout you guys out, everybody, bro. Coach Carrillo and Big Booty Lane, I'm gonna shout y'all.
The last
Hopefully
line,
he doesn't
the
watch
last
this.
line, you better. It's just like, and finally, everyone go subscribe.
Everybody go subscribe. That's all y'all gotta do.
What the fuck is that? It's like,
Fuck this whole graduation shit. Subscribe to Keeping It OneJando.
just like you get up there on the stage, like, all right, everyone. You just say subscribe. You just leave.
I just like
That's
throw
it.
the mic. I just throw my like degree.
Some
I'm just like,
mic drop.
I don't need this shit. Just subscribe.
The whole thing was just for a promo.
Bro,
You did everything to get to this point. Just for
Dude,
a
if I
promo.
was honestly like sitting down, I was just like, oh, that was a thoughtful speech. And if I hear that bullshit, I would leave. Not gonna lie, bro. Like I would be like, who the fuck plugs their own shit, dog? Like I would be so mad. I'm like, it's my day. Who the fuck wants to hear your podcast, bro? Like I'm not gonna be doing too much about that, but yeah, like shit. It was the best decision I've ever made, and I'm so glad I met all of y'all, because like shit, like the people that I met, the things that I've learned, and like cultures and just like different things, like East Coast culture with like J2 and the Biddy, just like with them, it was very different.
Yeah, and
like,
even like if you come to, well, like France, you'll see Nielsen, Alex. Like,
Neil.
come to Australia, you'll see me and Woos, and like,
Yeah.
we always be there. And like if you come to Australia, like when you're older or whatever, like always hit us up. Like we'll always be down to see like past friends, you know.
Yeah, like I want to do that, because especially one time Neil and Al and I were like talking about it, and like he was just like, yeah, like if y'all want to pull up to France, say less, like we'll go there. And I'll be
exactly.
like, shit, say less.
Dude,
and then,
Australia is one of the places I want to go to. So
Yeah.
bad. It's like
Yeah,
one.
it
It's
seems
like
nice
my
over
bucket
there.
list place
Yeah.
to go. Like any country, I don't know why. Just ever since like my whole life, I can always remember. Just like I've always just wanted to go to Australia.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm just like attracted to like by the country and just by the people and everyone
Yeah.
there.
No, it's a good
Yeah.
country. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where would you recommend people to go to
In Australia?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people say Sydney because they have the Opera House and whatever, but
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of touristy. I feel like you should go. Melbourne's pretty good. Like more fashion culture, more like it's like the most livable city in the world or something. Past
Oh.
years, it's pretty good. And then where I live, Sunny Coast, pretty good too. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good country. Yeah, anywhere. But yeah, it's pretty good. Good country. So-
and then like I got another question, and it might be like a stereotypical question.
Yeah.
Y'all got some big ass spiders. What the fuck is that about? Like,
Yeah,
how do y'all
yeah.
deal with like the animals
What's
over
the
there?
deal with your animals? What'd you do to them?
No, literally, they found like another funnel web spider that's like
It
3
can
times
fly
bigger
or something. Can
What
it
the
fly
fuck?
now or something?
I don't know. You gotta ask
I
him.
remember
But like,
hearing-
what, like what's
Could they fly now?
They're going through like evolution as we speak. Bro.
like what's the deal with y'all animals over there? Like, what is that all about?
I don't know. They obviously do. Like some of them will kill you. Like, but I mean, if you don't,
Casually,
if
casually,
you're
some of
not,
them will
like,
kill
if
you.
you're not stupid and do the wrong things, like they're not gonna do anything to you. Like if you're not trying to chase them, trying to kill them, like they're not gonna do anything to you. But like the spiders, yeah, the big ones. I use like the cool huntsmen. The big ones, they don't do anything to you. They're just scary. Look, I don't like spiders personally, but they're just big. The big ones, like they're okay, but the smaller ones you got to worry about.
The smaller ones.
Why?
Because they're, especially in the outback, like they're called redback spiders. If you leave your shoes outside, they'll go into your shoes.
Oh shit!
and
That
they'll
I've
bite
heard of
your
that.
toe and
Oh,
die
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're smart about it, you won't die.
And I always hear like stories of like people who live in Australia always
Yeah.
have these crazy stories of like they find like this random ass animal in their house at one point. Like,
Yeah.
have you had any of those kind of like crazy like animal stories where you just like you walk into your house and there's just like I don't know,
This
just like
big ass snake.
just a snake there or something.
Just hanging off the roof.
I've seen videos of like just snakes like in the roofs of people's houses, bro. That shit's scary.
Yeah.
Bro.
He hates snakes.
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
I don't like snakes.
I haven't had those type of. I don't know why. Maybe like lock of doors. I don't know. I don't know how they get into. But my auntie, she had like a python, like a big python wrapped around, like a pole. What do you call it? Like a pole, yeah. Like in her house, which is pretty crazy. But I haven't. They're usually like outside. Like a couple weeks ago, Mum sent me a video of a massive python out front, like on our deck.
Damn.
But the pythons don't hurt you. They don't even. I don't think they even bite or anything. So they're just big and scary, I guess. But the little ones you got to worry about, like the king browns,
Yeah.
type
The little ones are like deadly, dude.
Yeah, but they're not where I live. They're more inland, in the outback. So yeah, you just got to be smart.
Bro, these motherfuckers got the box jellyfish and the what's the like the box jellyfish and what is it? The man of war. Like yeah, it's like a man of war jellyfish. It's like the most deadly.
It's like the type of shit like kills you instantly.
Yeah, like the shit that like
Probably.
stings you. You're fucked. You have like 5 minutes left to live. Like some crazy shit. Yeah, bro. Like many like stories allegedly. I don't know, but they say like a bunch of like bodies used to like wash up on shore because they got stung by a man of war, and well, they were too far from anything, so they just died and they just like went up on the
It
coast.
wouldn't surprise me. Something like that in Australia, probably.
Okay, you heard it here first. He said that shit's not surprising. What the?
No, well, like the venomous animals. It doesn't surprise me. There's venomous animals, but I haven't heard like the bodies washing up on shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
bro.
could be possible. I don't know.
I don't fucking know. Like, you're the one that lives there, shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard. I don't even know what the man of whatever that is.
Like the
But
man
it
of
could be
wars.
real. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of venomous things in Australia.
Fuck that.
I don't think I even know all of them.
Nah, fuck that. Like the worst shit we got here is like Western diamondback rattlesnakes, scorpions,
Gila monster.
Gila monster.
I'm pretty sure it's like it's a Gila monster.
Gila? What is that?
It's like I'm pretty sure it's the deadliest lizard
Yeah.
in the world. I'm pretty sure it's the whole world. Yeah, it's like a lizard. It's like a big ass lizard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it's like orange and black circles all over it.
Yeah.
And it's like the deadliest like lizard. And
Yeah,
it's
right.
only here in Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So
Was it?
we got some.
It bites you?
Yeah, it bites you.
No, yeah, they're
They're
like
quick as fuck.
they're
too.
aggressive. I'm pretty sure. Like if
Yeah.
it sees you, it'll try to kill you.
Yeah, we got some kind of gnarly stuff too, but not as much as like
Yeah.
Australia.
They got us beat for sure.
Yeah, we're like tied up there, but then
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
the Eastern's mascot.
Oh, yeah.
We don't fuck with Easter.
No, okay.
Fuck out of here. We don't fuck with Easter. Guns up. Fuck out of here. No, but yeah, like we just have Gila monster, and like the crazy thing is if you kill one here, like you go to jail. Like,
that's true. If you kill
yeah.
one, like you're fucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's trying to like chase you or something?
Like
And
you can't.
well, too bad.
Too bad.
Really?
Like
Too
literally
bad.
too bad. Like you'll get fucked over. And then like with the saguaro cactuses we
Oh, yeah,
have
if
over
you
here,
accidentally hit that, you knock it down. You're fucked.
A cactus?
You're fucked. So like, if you're being chased by a Gila monster and you use the cactus to defend yourself to kill like the Gila monster, you're done.
That's like you're getting
You're
life.
like, no, you're getting life. You're fucked.
You get bit, you die. You
Yeah.
try to kill it, you die. I mean, you go to jail.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Lose,
if you
lose.
It's a lose-lose. Yeah.
Jeez.
no, and
Your
then
only
like if you hit
solution
like
is
a
running,
cactus, fine. You get fined and you get like a 5-year like jail sentence.
Ooh, and if you cut it down too, that is like, if you cut it down, don't you dare cut it down.
If they even assume that shit was intentional, you're done for, bro.
You're done for. Even if it's in your, I'm pretty sure, like even if it's in your property too, like if it's like in your property, I wouldn't.
You
What
can't
if you
touch
cut it
it.
down close to the root? Then they don't know.
You better hope no one saw it.
Yeah,
there.
well,
You better
that's
hope
true.
that no one knew it was
Put
there.
it dark or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to get like crazy amount of paperwork and everything.
Yeah,
Like crazy paperwork just to cut it.
For a
Yeah,
cactus,
wow.
bro. That's
Yeah,
so stupid.
and I think because it's like the only cactus, like saguaro cactus are only here in Arizona, so they're like
Yeah.
protected religiously, dude.
Yeah, wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, little fun fact.
Yeah, I'm not cutting any of them down pretty soon.
No, like I think like you need to get like crazy amount of paperwork just to like you have to get the state involved, and then you got to get like local law enforcement involved, and then they had to like remove it.
They have
like,
to inspect it,
Uh-huh,
and you have to
inspect
give
it.
them a really good reason why you want to move it from like you want to cut it down. Like it has to be the best street.
Really?
It can't be like I just don't like it. Like
It's got to be like it's in my driveway or something.
Yeah, it's got to be something that's like okay, you can cut it. You know, like it has to be something crazy specific.
Yeah, right. For a plant.
Yeah.
Literally
Pretty
just a
much.
glorified plant. It doesn't do shit here. A glorified plant. It doesn't even do shit
It
here.
hurts you.
It's just a cactus. Bro.
No, that's my
If you
gripe,
touch
bro.
it, you're fucked.
No, that's my gripe. I don't fuck with succulents, dude. Like, you know what the fuck is succulent?
Succulent?
It's like
That's
like
a
those
plant?
little. It's like a little flower type shit that like you have like in your window, bro.
Oh,
I
know what
don't
you're talking about.
fuck with those because like, dude, it's a pointless fucking plant, dog. Like you can't do shit with that. But like, just like. It's random shit here in Arizona.
pears
Like
are
in the
good,
United
though.
States, like there's just a bunch of
Prickly
random
pears
shit.
are good.
Yeah, right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
didn't
Try
know that.
prickly pears. They're like pears that come from. They're like fruit that comes from cactus.
Is there fruit that comes from cactus?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a red like kind of ball like that grows on the cactus.
Like a little berry or something?
Almost. Yeah, but you gotta clean it because it has spikes on it too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like if you, it's amazing.
That tastes
It's
good.
amazing. They put it in like desserts, sodas,
Really?
like
Yeah.
yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, true. I didn't know that.
Okay, so like we're gonna like segue into like your season here and like how to feel like coming onto here. Like what brought you down to like coaches besides
How'd
like
you
basketball?
start? Like how'd you get into basketball?
How did I get into basketball? Well, my first sport was tennis. So I was like a pretty good tennis player. But then I did a kick serve. Everyone knows what a kick serve is. So you like hit the top of the ball. It's like a forehand, but off a serve. But it's really bad. It's not bad for your shoulder, but you can get injured pretty easily with your shoulder. So yeah, I injured my shoulder when I was like grade 5 maybe. And then I couldn't play tennis no more because I had to get like physio for like 2.5 years
Damn.
because my shoulder ball was like down here. So it like I don't even know what happened, but there's a lot of physio, and I couldn't play tennis. And I had to do something. Like I'm a very active person, so I just shot basketball one time, and I was like, oh, it's pretty good, and I can do it.
Yeah.
And then I just kept playing basketball really.
And like, was there like a difficulty because the culture for basketball in Australia, of course, is growing now,
Yeah.
but like probably when you were growing up, it was a very different sport. Like, did your like parents, were they supportive of this new sport
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
picking up, or was it like more like just like, hey, like once you get ready, like tennis or like rugby or like other sports, even football, like soccer, football?
My dad was a very good rugby union player.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't know if they have rugby union in America, but yeah, he was a really good rugby union player. My parents they're really supportive of whatever me and my brother do. So they don't really mind. They always support me, which is great, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, they love. My mum was a good tennis player too. So I guess she was pretty sad when I stopped tennis. I guess I don't really know, but none of them really when I first played, they don't really understand basketball. But I guess they've grown to love it. I think. I hope. I hope. But yeah. I think they love it. They love watching it. My brother gets a bit bored sometimes, but he always comes over to America. He loves that part. He likes traveling. He's a bit like me in that sense. But yeah, they love basketball, I think.
Shit, like honestly, especially coming from like you're from like a different country, I feel like that support comes like a long way. Like, how'd you figure out like you're like, I can do something with this?
Well, I first look. That's a good question. I played semi-professional in Australia with Woos.
Yeah.
My mentor in Australia for basketball, Vern Roberto. Shout out Vern Roberto if you watch this. I don't know if you will, but he's my mentor, and he knows Coach Cordillo really well.
Yeah.
And Oscar Clough went here. Lewis Woosland went here. Riley Parker went here. Woos and Cloughie, they know Vern really well. They're both like mentors as well. And he has a good connection with Cordillo. So yeah, that's how I got over here, I guess.
Yeah, like and then it was kind of crazy because how you and Woos are like just like from the same place. That's one thing that I really found like really fascinating about that. Like, was Woos already being here easier like to transition over here? Did he influence you coming over here?
Yeah, he did. He definitely
Lewis,
did.
right?
Yeah, Lewis. Yeah,
Lewis Woosman.
Lewis Woos.
Shout out to Lewis.
Shout out to Woos.
Yeah, shout out Woos. Yep. But yeah, no, I've learned Woos since 2019 or something.
Yeah.
I played with him a couple of teams. So yeah, it was definitely easier to have someone here that I knew. But I was kind of used to it for my past 2 years of me meeting new people. So I wasn't really worried about meeting new people. I'm pretty easygoing, I think. So it's not hard to be friends, I guess. But yeah, it was definitely easy. We was being here when I came. It was a lot easier kind of transition, I guess.
Okay. Out of all the coaches you've had, where do you rank Carrillo at?
Oh, number one.
Number one.
Yeah, number one. He's the best coach I've ever had. And funny too, which makes it so much better. Like, practice is very hard, as you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll say one joke and it'd be funny. So.
No, like that. I think that's like the coolest part about him is because like he has a deep connection with every player, and I really appreciate that. Even as a manager, I felt the connection, and then like, and he has an edge to him.
Right.
Like, of course, like he has a lot of experience, no bullshit attitude. Like, hey, if you're here to work, shit, I work with you.
Exactly.
You know, and I really appreciate that. And like, the funniest things is like, come on, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good, dog. I'm good, dog. It's because like, especially like the first day, like everybody's like,
he's like a real character. He's like a character.
He is.
Whenever I go from you guys, like he's like a character.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny dude.
nah, like some things I won't say on the pod, but like some of the things he says in practice is so out of pocket.
Yeah.
You're just like, dude. Like one time, like one of the things like he was saying, like, I won't say it here, but I might say it off camera. But like one of the shit he said about like us, like we were playing soft, and he said something like correlated with soft, and like I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and then like you just see Josh in the corner dying, and I'm like, bro, don't look at me, and then he's like,
he did the emo.
Bro, nah, because like the practices, even though they were really intense and like really like physically demanding, because even as like me as a manager, I still felt like the stress of it, because I was sweating after the practice. I was like usually just, I stopped wearing gray shirts because of it, because I was ashamed of how much I was sweating as a manager. Because I was like,
turns the gym up too.
Yeah, like
the heat.
The heat. Oh, bro, it feels like you're about to have like 3 heat strokes at once, bro. Like, but dude, honestly, the craziest thing is like when we go to other gyms, it feels cold, but it's like room temp, because we're used to like just having the heat turned up here.
Oh, especially Arizona. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. It's that dry heat. It's that dry heat that will dry up your nose. Fuck that. Yeah. And then like the constant travel too, because we're not close to anything really. It's just like everywhere.
Yeah. My boy Darnell, he went here a couple years ago, like 2017, and he said that he turned it up more. Like he's apparently he's calmed down a bit.
Really?
I don't know, but that was Darnell was saying, because he used to turn it up more.
Yeah. That's such a scary thing to hear.
It was to the point where it was getting dangerous. They had to like,
I don't know, maybe
you were about to have like 7 heat strokes, and he was just like, nah, like I would chill out a little bit. No, because like my freshman year of high school, like I think I came to one of the playoff games here, bro. Like no, I think it was 8th grade. It was 8th grade. It was 8th grade, and then we came here, and like he was dressed like nice. He had like a powder blue shirt on, and like he was like tucked in, formal as fuck. Like I knew it was a playoff game. And then like one time I just saw this man take off his coat, sweat everywhere, bro. He's back, and he got on all fours, bro. I was like, Coach. Well, like I wasn't one of his like,
sir,
guys.
are you okay?
I was like, what are you doing? I was like, that was the craziest thing. But honestly, I think that turns us up all more, because like I'm just like,
you see that level of intensity from your coach.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to match that or be greater than that intensity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
that's what he brings. I love him. Yeah, he's one of the great coaches ever.
I love Coach Carrillo. And then especially, and then like, and especially when he clowns me like after like I'm doing commentary, and he's like, because one time like I was dribbling, and then like I hit the ball off my foot. I was like, fuck. Because like, well, I'm not the best player, so like I fucked up a lot. My job was just to shoot,
just to manage the team, okay?
All I knew was just to give good passes and shoot threes, and that's it. But one time, like I was dribbling and I hit it off my foot and it went rolling. And I was like, fuck. And then Coach Carrillo comes up to me. He's like, if you were commentating on that bullshit, like what would you say about that? I was like, fuck, Coach. I was like, I'm sorry, Coach. I'm trying. I'm not a collegiate athlete, man. Fuck. No, but like,
funny.
Yeah, like he always demanded the best out of me, and I really appreciated that. Even like if I was like late, sometimes like he has me running. Yeah. Like oh, fuck.
Yeah,
that.
he keeps everyone at the same standard, which is really good.
Yeah,
and especially if you like, I don't know, it's different coaching styles, I guess, but especially in film, like if you make a mistake, like he's gonna make fun of you, and you kind of. I wouldn't say you're looking forward to it, but like you wouldn't be like, oh my god, I messed up, like I'm scared, like what's he gonna say, you know? But you're kind of like looking forward to what he'll like make fun of you for.
Yeah.
So it's a weird kind of coaching style, but it's great.
It's
I
exciting. And he's like, he pet his penis.
Yeah.
He's like, he's patting his penis, bro. I started crying. Yeah. And then I just see Josh in the corner doing this, bro. And I always sat next to Josh. And, bro, this man made it even more funny. And I'm like, dude, don't make me laugh. Because, like, fuck, if I fuck up too, man, it's fucked. Because, like, one time I was recording and I fucked up with the recording. And then he's like, Zeke, why the fuck is it slanted? I was like, my bad, coach. Fuck. I was like, sorry. I'm sorry, man. Fuck. I'm like, I'm barely here, man. Or like the one day that I couldn't bring out the right towel, bro.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The right towel?
Yeah, because like we have like a towel because the heat's on. Everybody's going to sweat naturally more. Yeah. So like when somebody gets a charge, like or like water gets dripped or whatever, like I clean it up real quick and then we're ready to go. Well, I brought out the wrong towel. He said, motherfucker, wrong fucking towel. Get the right fucking towel. And I was like, all right, like, fuck my bad shit. I couldn't find the towel, bro. I was tight, bro. I was so mad. And he had to go into the locker room, pulls it out of the fucking ground, and he was like, where's the towel? Where's the towel? Where's the towel? Sounds like, and I was like, oh, coach, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, he was like, bro, because like he literally like dead ass grabbed it. He's like, where's the towel, Zeke? Where's the towel? And I was like, fuck, coach. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. And then he just looks at me, and I'm like, and I walk, and I was like, and then like he jogs on the court, and I'm just there walking my ass.
Oh, the walk of shame.
I was crying.
Yeah, I remember that. It was funny.
I know.
That was really funny.
Their point of view was funny as shit. Inside, I was shitting bricks.
Dramatic for one. It's hilarious for one.
Yeah, literally. And then, like, what other time did he call me out for some shit?
Like, there'll be a cone on the side and you'll hustle. Like, go.
Yeah. Do that shit, Z. Yeah, Z. Good hustle.
Or when you get a haircut or something.
Yeah, nice haircut. Yeah, like, yeah, and then he does.
You like Lil and Kirk.
Or like every time the fist bump, bro, I fucking love that shit. He's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, coach. I was like, that's good. Like every time he does that, I feel like I get the sensation of like he knows something that you know, like he knows something about you that you know. So he's like, hey, how you doing? And then he's like, peace be with you. Or with JCB, bro, I'm crying.
Yeah, that was fun.
Big oxygen. He's sucking all the oxygen out.
He's sucking all the oxygen.
Bro, like, honestly, I feel like that's what brought us closer together, like, as a team. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite, like, Coach Carrillo memory of this season?
Ooh. It's not me personally, but when I was watching film, and Alex, I think, like, did something and like missed a shot or something, fell down and then like went like this. When you go palms up, for everybody watching, when you go this is Coach Carrillo calls it palms up. Yeah, never do that. Never ever do that. Like Alex went palms up to the ref, and then Coach Carrillo was like, "Nah, don't go palms up. Just apologize to him because you're ass." That was probably my funniest. That was so funny.
Fuck, bro.
Film. I always look forward to film because it's. It flames so many people.
And especially right before practice, every single time he's about to cook somebody. And like shout out to MJ, but like when he was dribbling all over, he's like, motherfucker, I got to dribble low. Motherfucker likes to dribble low, bro.
That was funny. I always put you in especially if you have film before practice, like it always puts you in a good, like even in a like decent, like bad mood or whatever. Like if you have film, you're always gonna be in a good mood. Like before practice, which is always a good thing, right?
Yeah, so like that's like I always look forward to film because like I'm just gonna enjoy the shit he's telling everybody. His shit got nothing to do with me. Fuck, I just be sitting in the corner happy as fuck, just like.
Yeah, another one he said, and I like you forgot that one before, but like with my work and stuff, I do a lot of like spreadsheets and invoices and quotes and stuff. And he like I wasn't playing defense, like I didn't help or something like that, and he's like, "Oh, Jacko's thinking about spreadsheets again." Jacko's thinking about spreadsheets. That was funny. That was one. Yeah.
Spreadsheets. Or they called them Big 66.
Yeah, 66.
There's 66.
Yeah.
Or like the one time, I think it was like one of your best games ever, and he still found something to criticize. He's like, Big 66 is thinking about the next shot, motherfucker. He's thinking about his next shot.
Yeah, he always loved to say
he was like, he couldn't play defense, but he was thinking about his next shot, motherfucker.
Jacko loves to shoot.
Yeah, Jacko wants to shoot.
Yeah, he always loves saying
once he grabs that ball. He's ready to shoot that fucker. Like, bro, like, dude.
And we're back. And we're back just like that. But before we keep talking about the basketball, I want to talk about your fit right now.
Yeah.
Talk about the fit right now, yeah.
Yeah, so it's VV Streetwear. It's my clothing brand, vvstreetwear.com, at VV Streetwear on Instagram. So yeah, this is the winter stuff, so this is the past. But I got more stuff coming, rugby jerseys, jeans, what else? Beanies, a hoodie, yeah, a bunch of stuff. Yeah, should be really good. So yeah.
So like, how'd you like? Were you just sitting there? You were like, you know what? Clothing brand. Like, I just want to start a clothing brand.
I'm a very motivated person. So when I get bored, I usually start something. So my business partner is Darnell Robitaille. Darnell Robitaille actually went here in 2017, 2018, something like that. But yeah, we always wanted to. I'm pretty big into fashion. So I always wanted to start a clothing brand. It's always cool to wear your own stuff, right? Yeah. So, but that's where the idea really came from. But the stuff I really want to learn is the marketing side. So meta ads, Facebook, Instagram ads, Twitter, TikTok, all that kind of stuff, which can be beneficial for any type of company, right? So that's what I really do it for. And obviously sell clothes. It's really cool to wear your own clothes and see people, especially in Australia, see people like when you're out in public and see people wearing a VV shirt or a VV something. It's really cool, and yeah, it's a really cool feeling. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
And did you come up with the design and everything?
Yeah,
I
didn't actually. Darnell, so he raps, so he's got a rap. His rap name was VVD, and we just cut the cut the D out. And put VV. Yeah, what was that? VV. Pause. And then VV, VI, Vision Virtue, 66 in Roman numerals. So yeah, all kind of works. So it's pretty good. A lot of logos and stuff like that to work with and designs. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
It's
pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks
no,
nice
and
too.
I think like
nice,
appreciate it. That's fire, bro. Like a lot of people, like we're gonna have his merch and everything linked
down below.
So like, check it out. It's high quality items, and it's like very comfortable too. Yeah. So trust me, it's best bang for your buck. It's not crazy expensive. It's not like these other brands that like are gonna charge you a left kidney and your toe to like just buy a regular t-shirt. It comes with sets, and then especially with their hats, I really like their hats.
Yeah, a lot of hats too.
Yeah. So like it's just I really like their quality, and I really like their brand themselves. So we resonate a lot with you in the sense of like, technically this is not really a company or a business brand, but it's just something that we want to lead up to. And like we do get where you saying like the marketing side of it, because we can only do so much. Right. You know, there's especially lot of luck
right now. And we like, I mean, practically like the next big goal of ours is to like get like merch. You know,
right?
Yeah, that's like practically like almost like every like YouTubers or that's like the next big step, and that's like what we want to do. We have talked about it a little bit. So like, I guess what would you say? What would you give like any advice to someone out there who's wanting to start their own clothing brand or their own like streetwear and all that, or even just like any kind of like company in general?
Streetwear. That's a good question. Streetwear. It was a bit difficult because I obviously went in blind. I didn't have too much experience in VV Street. My dad's in the mining industry. He's a good businessman, and my mom's a businesswoman too. And they don't really have too much like experience in streetwear. So I kind of went in blind, which is kind of a recipe for disaster in a sense, I guess. But what you want to do is you want to find a good supplier, right? A good manufacturer. You want to go on Alibaba. It's an app where Chinese manufacturers wholesale. Stuff like that. And you want to talk to them, because I'm not gonna lie, some of them try to like, especially if you talk like you don't know what you're doing, they try to take advantage, which is obviously a terrible trait of theirs, which is something you got to go through, I guess. We went through it as well with VV. Like I told you, we're gonna have those shirts and stuff, and it was a bit of a mess around. But you have to go through that kind of stuff to learn, right? Make mistakes to learn. But yeah, you want to get a good manufacturer. Talk to them, talk to a lot of manufacturers, pick the right one, have a good relationship with them, be able to call them, make sure they speak good English. That is very, very, very important. because obviously stuff gets lost in translation. But yeah, you want to find a good manufacturer, good connection with them, and have good mock-ups and good designs. Yeah, it's pretty important.
So like, how do you always like remain like having good quality control, because it's all quality, you know, quality over quantity. So
Exactly.
especially you're talking to different like manufacturers from different places and all that. How do you keep the quality at its like best?
That's probably the hardest thing to do, especially with this, you're switching and swapping with different manufacturers. So you want to usually, if you're not on a time crunch, you want to get a sample. So you'll pay for a sample. Usually more expensive. Pay for a sample. So these, for example, if I want to mass produce these, bulk these, you want to get a sample. So you want to get a size, whatever size you are, sample, see how they feel. Off the mod, you'll send them your design. They'll make a sample for you. It'll be a decent amount of money. You'll think it's crazy for one.
Yeah.
But again, they're making one with a factory that makes thousands and thousands. So it's kind of out of the way to make one, which makes sense. But yeah, you want to get a sample, check the material, check the design, make sure like stuff like this, like the print, DTG print, screen print, all the different types of print, embroidery, stuff like that. It's good quality. Make sure it doesn't peel off, obviously. But yeah, you just want to have a good relationship. Some manufacturers now, because we have a good relationship, we order a lot of things. They give us mock-ups for free.
Okay.
So if you want to say we're dropping jeans, for example, in the next drop. So we ordered jeans and jorts with stars and stuff on them. And we're going to drop blue as well, but we decided against it because of profits and stuff like that wasn't really worth it. But yeah, they just gave us free samples of the blue one. So that's kind of what the manufacturer you want, right?
Yeah.
He takes care of you. You want a good relationship, good English. Obviously, that's a very, very good big part of it. But yeah, have a good relationship. Yeah, stuff from there really.
What was like the most out of pocket thing that like you experienced on this journey of like manufacturing and like getting your own clothing line?
Ooh, that's a good question. Probably when I first thought about making clothing, I thought, it's pretty simple, you know, kind of manufacturer, give them designs, they give it back to you perfectly. Like, I didn't really think it through. But D knows, if you watch this, D and Jamal know this. So we ordered a button-up, so like a good quality button-up, and we wanted to have Vision Virtue and a pocket, and then like some teeth, like teeth with grills on them, which sparkle. I thought it was pretty simple, but obviously I don't know the ways of the manufacturing. And he gave us like this parachute-looking shirt, which looked terrible. And then the teeth were like white for some weird reason.
Bro brushes his teeth.
I don't know why they were. Well, you know what? I don't know why they were white. It was crazy, but it was nowhere close to the mock-up we sent. And that was kind of like to a certain extent, like you can get mad and what is the dude doing? Like, he's driving me crazy. But then to a certain extent, you get past it. I was like, oh my God, like you gotta just laugh about it. But yeah, we don't talk to that manufacturer no more. For a good reason. So. Yeah, but yeah, that was bad. I wanted to get it to like frame it, like a memory to say like, this is the manufacturer we're dealing with off rip, which was wild.
Hey, he doesn't fuck with manufacturers that put their teeth white. They brush their teeth.
No, it was a wild experience.
Nah, because like I can imagine that shit's out of pocket as fuck.
Yeah, especially if you're spending like a good amount of money too. Like, you're pretty obviously gonna be angry. Like, we spent like an X amount of money on this, and it has to be perfect to be able to sell. Like, if it's terrible looking clothes, no one's gonna buy it. You just obviously lose money. And terrible business model, but yeah, like, that's the problem with clothes, right? Yeah. You want to like follow the trends and stuff like that. Like, if you're making like flare sparkle jeans, like, no one's gonna buy them.
Yeah. That honestly leads to my next question. Like, how do you know like how to catch which trend perfectly? Because like if you mistime the trend, let's say like it's the first week and you're like, oh, everybody's wearing it, and then the next week it's dead, and then you already paid for all these like shirts or jeans. Like, how do you stay on the trends like consistently?
Yeah, that's a good question. One of my good friends, he owns a clothing brand. He does very, very well. He looks at old magazines because like trends come back around, right? So jorts were pretty big. They're still big right now, but jorts were very big back in like 2000s and stuff like that. So it all circles back. Like, now, it might have been past now, but like kind of now is oversized. Yeah. Like oversized jeans, like almost flare jeans, big shirts, like all oversized, which is back to 2000s, right? Yeah. So you got to like journey back and see what was popping in those kind of times, and kind of bring it back and be the first to bring it back in a different style. that represents your brand and your kind of culture. Which that's the most important part. And that's the hardest part, I think, to catch those trends, because obviously you don't want to make some bullshit like no one's gonna buy that. So you gotta be smart with it, and know the trends, and you gotta be up to date with TikTok and all the trends going. But yeah, that's the part of it I didn't really understand, especially with the marketing. And I just thought you just make clothes and they come and they're perfect, you know. Yeah, I was pretty naive at the start. Yeah.
And then like, how does like consistency work with it? Because I know like you might have like, because you're like one of the head people of your own company, and that is like shit. You're 20 years old and you're already an entrepreneur. Shit, that's impressive. Like, how do you keep working with like people that like might not meet your standards, but they came up with you, and you're just like, bro, like, like stop fucking up, but like you're fucking up the brand, like, you know, like how do you like navigate through that and like people not meeting your expectations with this company?
I mean, I talk like got a lot of business and I'm very successful. I'm only starting. Hopefully, I obviously make it and be successful. But my dad always says is business is a huge amount of managing people, and putting the people in the right positions to be the most successful and the most beneficial. Yeah. But yeah, that's a big part of business. I don't know that. I'm just starting, right? I got a lot of mentors who advise me on things to do, which I'm very, very grateful for. My dad, my mom, Grant Boyle, a bunch of Carl Bros, and like a lot of the people who advise me in certain areas, and I'm very grateful for them, because obviously they've been through it and I don't have to make the same mistakes they made. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's probably the main thing.
Okay, yeah. I get that, because like hell, not like the fucking shit we were going through, bro, man, fuck. Because like when we were like first starting out, and like fucking hate, bro, hate's hard. Like, dude, how do you like navigate through hate? Because I know not everybody's gonna like with your gear, and if they have like a personal agenda against you, they're gonna like fuck with your gear, or they're not gonna be like, fuck this dude. How do you like navigate through hate when you're growing?
I heard a good quote. I don't want to be like cringy, like, oh, this quote, you know. But I heard a quote that said, "Don't listen to hate." Oh, I forget it, but it's don't listen to hate from people you wouldn't take advice from.
Oh, that's a bar. What the fuck? That's a bar. What the?
So like people that advise you don't like. Obviously, the people you don't know, like they're just trying to hate, like they're just bored or whatever. Like, who cares?
Yeah, because like
probably gonna buy your stuff anyway.
Shit, probably. But like with us when we were first starting out, because originally the podcast was just them two, and then I got brought in. How many podcasts later? Like
it was like I know it was a lot.
Like
not too much, but like.
Like 12 episodes at least.
About like less than halfway, you know.
A little bit. I know halfway, a little bit less halfway, I'd say. But like you've been with us for a while.
No, yeah, you've been with us for like the majority of like the time that we've been like doing these episodes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and like, well, they got a lot more hate before I even got into it, because they started this podcast when we were still in high school. And then like, well, it's a small town. Yeah. Not many people fuck with each other, and then like with like shit, like especially with them, they were getting fucking dragged through the mud. Like Hondo knows all about it. Like
this is a story from another day. I'll tell you off camera.
It was bad, and then they start telling me about that shit. I'm like, fuck. And then after
he kind of got dragged into it too, because I'm like, fuck, you know, because like it was weird because I'm trying to bring in someone else, you know, and now I'm not seeing a lot of hate from just like people from in my town, but it's just random ass, like, you know, just random ass people. And it was like, what the fuck, you know?
What are they talking about? Like in the podcast? Like stuff in the podcast?
Yeah, one time.
Somebody told us to get jobs one time.
Really?
Yeah.
And then like one of them,
so there's one time Zeke was telling a story about
shoe cleaners.
And how this one shoe cleaner was like chasing him down. Yeah. Dude, and I posted it as a short, like 9,000 views, like just I don't think there was a single positive comment.
We got no good feedback.
There was no positive comment in that. And it was all directed to Zeke.
Yeah,
right.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like I read the first one, I was like, okay, whatever. And then the second one,
going.
and then another one, and then another one. I was like, hold on. Like it wasn't me, but it was still like
Like why?
business.
Yeah, it's still, you know, like it's still like the channel and everything. It was like, what the what's going on?
Yeah.
I thought we hated shoe cleaners, you know.
Yeah.
But then it's just kind of like, especially whenever you've been on the internet for so long, because I grew up with the internet and everything, and I've been making videos since I was like little ass kid.
Yeah.
You kind of learn because with me, I watched over everything, and I kind of just try to take as much information I can.
Yep.
And one of the biggest things that really stood out to me was just like ignoring the hate. And I feel like that's something I've been pretty good at so far, to just kind of like block it out. Because like they don't know me. They don't know
exactly,
me. Like they don't know you. You know, like they don't know me. They're like Plus, the real thing is like, tell it to my face. You know, especially like if you can like block out the hate and everything, like you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. And they're still like, if they're hating, they're still watching the videos.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
so
they're still giving us views.
like they're giving us views and
giving us comments and everything.
Yeah, and I know it was like for Zeke, it was like a bit of an adjustment for you.
because like it did fuck with me a little bit, because I was just like, damn, like a comment and another one and another one and another one, and like they were literally saying like this dude doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like he thinks he's all that. Who the fuck is this dude? And I'm just like, damn, like the fuck did I do? No, but like it was an adjustment for me. Then I just started accepting it a lot more, and it was just like whatever. Because like,
and it's a hard truth sometimes. Like there's gonna be people who are, and it's for anyone who's gonna starting any type of project. People aren't gonna hate it for no reason.
Yeah, especially at the beginning.
Especially at the beginning. But if you can learn to block it out and just focus on your goal, you'll be okay. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
You can
And
make
like
it.
bad, what do they say? Bad publicity is good publicity, or whatever. They say.
Yeah.
I mean, like they're still watching your video, so who really cares, you know?
Well,
and they'll probably watch it again if they want. Like if they're hating people, they're gonna watch it again to hate again.
That's the thing too. I never got like those hate comments. Like whenever people like especially for like bigger YouTubers and stuff like that, whenever they watch every video and leave comments, like
exactly, like
it's like you're
helping with
them.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah, and especially like I see on TikTok a lot of time, people just grow their clout just off hate.
Yeah.
Like they just hate them, so they just keep growing. They just don't.
Yeah,
care.
and some of those people, they use that. They know that they're being hated. They just rage bait.
Exactly.
Like,
every time, and then they
rage
fall
bait
for it
too.
every time. So it's a smart. If you look at it, it's a smart business model, really.
Yeah, honestly, like when it, like especially on the internet, you gotta be smart. You gotta be really smart, and like you gotta catch those like the rage baiters, you know?
Exactly.
Because because I feel like sometimes what they're doing too is kind of like, dude, shut up.
I'm saying, like, I'll be seeing on TikTok all the time, like rage baiters, like you said, and then they'll react to a comment, and then rage bait more.
Yeah.
React to another comment. Like, it just keeps on going.
It just keeps on going. It's like, oh my god, it's so
like the
annoying.
red pill motherfuckers.
The rat pill?
The red pill.
The
like
red-
the,
what
like
is
the Andrew Tates and like them, like they're just like smack a woman. like that shit. You're like,
dude,
damn, bro.
He's smart. If you don't like, I don't want to be that guy.
No, he is smart.
No,
Like,
honestly,
I don't respect his like values or whatever, you know.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that goes for just anything. Just like especially if you want to pursue something, especially on the internet, or just like with online in general.
Yeah.
You have to be smart.
Yeah.
Because or else it's gonna eat you up. Like
Exactly.
it's gonna eat you up like that.
And have a thick skin too, like you said with the comments.
Yeah, you have to have a thick skin. You just gotta like just brush it off, and you know.
And I noticed that like we kind of had to like be characters, you know.
Yeah.
Like this is one thing that I really talk to them behind the scenes about, is like a lot of people think that the way we're on this podcast is the way that we are in real life, or like just the way that we talk is very different in that way. Because with me, I feel like I'm a very like just quiet person. I just do my own thing. I'm just there and I'm like, cool, say less, I'm out. Like I can talk to you, I'll be cool, but like a lot of people think I'm a loudmouth person, that I'm just like, damn, this dude has an opinion about everything. No, it's because like I had to put myself in the position that there is something to talk about, that there is something to like rage about, or like have a like fucking opinion about. Like you had to be entertaining in a way that people can digest it. Yeah. And I even put myself in bad position where I'm like, damn, like I really fucking said that. Like what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, like but like some shit that we just need to like find ways to like just stay entertaining. And I think that's the hardest part. I think that's why we took this break, because like we just didn't know how much more entertained we could be because we were just plateauing. We were just talking about the same things, making the same jokes, and like just staying at the same cadence where we can't even grow anymore. And
that's the hardest part, I think, especially if you get to that level. Like, there's not much more to go, you know. And that's it's a tough part about it. I don't know too much about it. I'm not into social. I'm not in this game, but yeah, that sounds pretty hard, bro. Yeah.
It was it's and like we're not even big YouTubers. Like that's like the people that people don't understand. We're talking like we're big YouTubers. We're not. We got 1.2 thousand subscribers. I'm happy with that shit.
I'm very happy with that number.
I'm very happy. Like that's kind of cool to say. Like especially like with your brand, like you can wear it with some pride. Like you're wearing your gear right now, bro. Like that's the most fire thing you could do.
That's that's
a badass thing to talk about.
It's a flex.
It is a flex. So like for us, even though like we have the biggest YouTube channel in Douglas, like that's the coolest thing.
Right. You have to, unless there's some little kid out there that has like
Minecraft.
They also like gaming videos.
That's some like Roblox channel, like person out there in Roblox.
Fuck that little kid. Fuck that little kid.
But as far as I
pause.
know,
oh, whoa.
Yo.
No Diddy.
We just came back, see? We just got back.
I know. No Diddy.
But no, I swear, we have to, unless there's just someone out there who has just a bunch of subscribers.
Minecraft or something.
Yeah, if you want, tell us.
In the comments.
In the comments. Yeah, but like we just wear it on our sleeve, just being like, yo, like this is something badass, you know, like shit. Like we put in a lot of effort, a lot of countless times, a lot of retakes. But the craziest thing is that the video that blew up was after one of our retakes. We were literally about to like finish. It took us 2 times? 2 retakes?
That was
retake the whole pod.
Yeah, because one time we went through the whole pod and like what happened?
My mic wasn't recording.
Yeah, his mic wasn't recording.
It turned off like at the beginning or something.
Yeah, and like we had no ideas, and we went through the entire episode.
And your mic just didn't work.
It just didn't like, and it wasn't even these ones. It was like
a desktop one.
It was like a desktop mic because I was using my own like personal mic, and it was so shot back then. It was so shot back then. But then we had to. I realized that, and Zeke looked at me, and I had this look on my face, and he was like, "No, please don't tell me." He was
the whole pod.
It was like
45 minutes in.
45 minutes. We were almost
like done.
Oh yeah, we were gonna give up.
And then we realized it, and we're like, no
we had
way.
to redo it.
No way. And then we were like, what are we gonna do? You know, and we're just like, I guess we're gonna have to re-record it. Yeah. So we had to wait. We had to wait for the batteries to recharge back up because this is the same camera giving us the same problems. Yeah. And oh man, we tried doing the intro. That went awful. Zeke was crashing out.
No, like literally because I was already in a bad mood that day. I was just like, I don't want to do this shit. I was mad as fuck. And then like literally we did that podcast, and that's why I looked at it, I was like, please don't tell me. Please. Yeah. And then he was like, he was just like, we have to retake.
Like, what's the dog meme again?
Just like,
oh yeah, the meme.
I know what you're talking
about. Bro, like I was already heated. I was already mad, and then with that on top of it, I got even more mad. And then we were like fucking up for like 10 minutes straight. I was just like, fuck this. I was done. Yeah. I was literally crashing the fuck out. I was like, I'm done with this shit. I want to go home. And then like I don't know who calmed me down. I think it was you, Ian. Yeah. I think he was just like, bro, like, we're good. Let's just lock in again. Just take a breather. Yeah. Come back in. Yeah. We'll do it again. No, I was like, all right, cool.
It's so much harder to re-record a podcast because after the first take, you like can't be fresh anymore.
Right. You can't be fresh.
Like, the whole time you're thinking of like trying to like reuse the same lines, but it doesn't work because you already went through it and now you're already tired. So
they have the same rhythm and stuff.
Yeah. So having to like recreate what we already thought was a good episode, it was hard.
It was hard, but it was fucking worth it because that was the episode.
In the end, that was the episode that brought us the most growth. It like gave us that big edge, and then we just went on from there. So
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did it then, eh?
Yeah, I'm so
yeah, because we were
glad.
so ready to give up. It was late. We were at your house for like hours.
I think we left your house like at what 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And we were there since like what 6?
Yeah.
We were there for 6 because every time before we do a podcast, we do like literally 30 minutes to an hour of prep of like
What
our
you talking
cadence and like that. That's why like we let you know the like basically the itinerary of like,
Right.
okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna freelance, we're gonna interview you, this, build up.
Right.
That's what we always do before every pod.
Yeah.
So with that, it takes us like a little bit of prep time, and then after that, actually putting it into effect,
Yeah.
and then fucking up, and then putting it back into effect, and then fucking up, and then like we did it for the 3rd time, and after that,
Yeah,
we were
you know, they
so,
say 3rd time's a charm.
fuck that, bro. I was so
they
mad,
say.
and then I was just like, and we're back.
And we're back
For the
a third.
2nd time.
Wait. Oh yeah, 2nd time.
Yeah, we're still working on that. We still have a little bit of technical difficulties.
Bear with us.
Bear with us. We're still trying. But one of like the last few questions I would like to ask you. Well, to let y'all know, for Cochise Apache's basketball,
He was
we have
looking I fucked that sentence up.
he's a record holder of the most threes made in a singular game. The previous record was 9 threes. 9 games. I'm tweaking. It's kind of late, but it's all good. We're moving forward. That is 9 threes, and he shot 10 threes. So how does it feel? Like, how'd you feel like beginning that game? What made that game feel different? Y'all really clowning, bro? Y'all really clowning. Y'all clowning, bro?
It's because you cut it off at game. 9
I'm gonna
games.
just kill myself, bro.
Oh, no,
I'm sorry.
that must be like an awesome feeling to like know that you have a record, like, you know, that's your name. That
Yeah, no.
Forever
you
in history.
broke
Like,
that,
how does
you
it feel to hold that record?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it stood since 2004 or 5 or something. So that's, it's been a while. But yeah, it's cool. I made my first couple of shots. So yeah, I just felt good off rip. So I just kept shooting them.
Yeah.
And made a couple. Shouldn't have shot some of them, but they went in somehow. So
No, like once I saw, like, I knew you had the ultimate green light when Coach Carrillo was just like, he literally like crouched down and put his hands on like that, and then he stood up and he just looks away, and I was like, oh, I had a feeling because I was commentating the game, and well, like I look over and I was like, yeah, if this man misses, he's getting benched immediately. But no, then you just kept making him, and then he just left you in, and he was just like, nah, like let him cook, let him cook. Let's see how far it goes. Nah, but like I knew you were like on something else when I even noticed that the defense was just like started tweaking out. Literally, like once you went into the game, their whole game plan changed.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed that. That's how I knew. I was like, oh yeah, tonight's different, because like he hit literally 3 threes in a row, like back to back to back, like 3 threes, and then he hit one on the other wing, and then after that, like once the 4th 3 came in, like the team was started tweaking. And like they were just like no. Like literally they double teamed this man, especially when a screen was coming off into
off the handoff.
Yeah, off the handoff. They tried to double him. They didn't want the ball into his hands. I knew he was on some bullshit once he shot it over a double team. I was like, this man tweaking. I was like, what the fuck is this bro on? Like, I was just like, and then like the co-commentator at the time, he was like, oh my God, I don't know why he started shooting. Like, bro, like, and then that's when I think you officially got the badge of best shooter in the country.
And so whenever you're kind of like in those moments when you're just like making it, do you like ever like think to yourself like, oh, like I'm getting close to the record? Like, do you ever think about the record, and did you ever think about it and you were like, I'm just gonna?
Nah, I honestly don't. Like, I've broken a couple. I'm not trying to flex nothing, but
He's flexing.
I've broken like a couple records in Australia and stuff. But I never really like. At the end of the game, I didn't even know how many points I had, how many threes. I just shoot it when I'm open, really. Like when you get into like kind of like zone, like you can really shoot anything, and it's going like you feel like it's going in. So I just shoot when I'm open, when I feel comfortable open, and just I don't really. I have especially as a shooter, you got to have like a goldfish kind of mindset. Like you've seen some games can't make anything, but you got to keep the same mindset. Keep shooting, and just I don't really know. Like once I make them, I don't really know. Like I kind of forget, you know. So at the end of the game, it's kind of like crazy. Oh, I had however many threes. It's like, oh, I thought I had like 2.
No.
Like, you know? But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, you kind of get into a zone, as people say.
No, like that was crazy. The closest thing I ever got to the zone is hitting 2 threes in a scrimmage.
Oh yeah,
I was so happy about that shit.
Faced
bro.
me on one of them.
Yo, I was so happy, bro. I was like, oh my gosh. You know, because like just with that type of like, honestly, I feel like if you're a shooter, you need to have some type of arrogance to you. Not gonna lie. Like I feel like you need to be like, who the fuck is this dude closing out on me? Really? You really? Like I feel like you need to have some type of arrogance to you. It's like, how do you keep yourself like grounded and not letting your your confidence in your shooting ability like take over rather than you doing something else?
Well, I mean, first of all, the confidence comes from reps. So in COVID, I shot a stupid amount of shots every day. So that's where the kind of confidence comes from. In terms of confidence in like front of people and like not being arrogant, I'm not really a arrogant kind of person. I don't really care what people think about me. I don't really care. But yeah, I'll shoot it when I'm open. But like even when you get like if you make 1, you see me like I come off the bench, like no, I'm not turning down shots. Like, when I'm open, I'll shoot it. But when you make like 1 or 2 or 3, you can shoot some crazy like stuff. You have like the green light once you made 2 or 3, but as the season went on, like if I make 1, I'm shooting something crazy, you know. But yeah, it's kind of it's a fun being a shooter, but when you get face guarded every game, it's not fun.
Yeah, because like how'd you handle that? Because like in the beginning of the season, like I guess people knew you, but not really knew you. So like you were just like you had like literally all the freedom in the world, and then every game progressively got harder and harder and harder. So like how were you able to like just shift your game and try to be more of a playmaker rather than just a scorer?
Yeah, that's something I really worked on because when I was younger and when I was coming up, I just used to be 3-point shooter strictly, and I would like especially it was just difficult when people guarded me a lot. Because I used to not have much off the dribble. Like I used to be catch and shoot straight away. But you kind of have to develop as a player to where you can shot fake. They obviously jump if you're a good shooter. One dribble pull up, floaters, layup, stuff like that. But yeah, it's painful when they face guard you, I'm not gonna lie. But like you seen Curry on TV, like he runs around the tour. Like I'm trying to be like that. But yeah, it's just painful. It comes with being good shooter. It's a if they don't guard you, it's kind of disrespectful, I guess. If they guard you, like they respect you, so it's kind of a compliment in a way.
Okay.
And what would you say? What's your end goal? What's your end goal for basketball for your companies? What's the end goal for you?
For basketball, I'd probably say NBL, which is the Australian league. Businesses, I want to be successful as I can be. Yeah, that's pretty much the goal. I can't really put like a label, like how much money I make, you know. But I want to be very successful. That's the main goal for me. That drives me every day. And if you see me, I know you see me. I'll be in the library all day. But yeah, that's where I be all the time. 6-7 hours a day in the library, just doing work.
Just grinding out.
Yeah, that's it. As you know, as everyone knows, there's not much, especially when you're basketball and season's over. Like it's only school. There's not much to do. Especially I don't have a car. So I don't really do much except for work all day.
And like, okay, this is probably gonna be like my last question for me.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of 3 questions. So,
okay.
What's your favorite memory of the season? What was your favorite traveling memory? And what was the most out-of-pocket hotel experience you've had with the team?
Favorite memory, like basketball,
like on this team, yeah.
Oof. I'd probably say, what game was it? I'd probably say the Howard game.
Okay,
early in the season. That was a real good game because I know last year they lost. I know it's a big game for Coach and the sophomores he played last year. That was a really big game for us to win. That's probably my favorite. And then after that was Thanksgiving. I went to Dre's house. I love Thanksgiving food. I love food too. But yeah, no, that's probably my favorite basketball experience I coached this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your favorite practice memory?
Practice memory. Ooh. Probably when coach, because I be getting a defensive stance, but I hope I don't be getting down low enough. As to like some people who've been here a while, and he calls me Viagra legs because my legs are straight and they're stiff, you know. But yeah, he calls me Viagra leg, which is pretty funny. But that was the first couple of weeks too. And after that, you know.
And then Coach Laney's like, he plays so erect.
Yeah, erect, Viagra, like. Love
Like
saying
he
that.
always said it like that. He's like, why are you guys playing so erect?
Yeah. He loved. That's probably the funniest. Yeah, he's a funny dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Really
And
Out of
favorite
pocket.
hotel memory, like most
Out
out
of
of pocket.
pocket?
Yeah.
Oof. This one's a mix between out of pocket and a good memory. You
Yeah.
know, they kind of go hand in hand. But it was in where were we? Phoenix maybe or Tucson? I can't remember. Maybe Tucson. And we were watching. I think you were there. We were watching the Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
And like had the interview. You know what I'm talking about?
On his ass cheeks.
Yeah. That's probably that was weird. And that was mad dudes in that room too.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes in that room. Yeah, that was a
Bro,
weird
like,
experience.
I was literally on the bed with another man with me, bro, and just saw ass cheeks. I was like,
Saying
what
there
the
was
fuck?
like what, 10 people in that room. Yeah, watching that, just mad dudes around. It was
Like,
real weird.
dude, it was me, you, Diego, Dre, Neil, Al. Who else? Nah,
Yeah, no, it was a
I already said Neil, right?
who
Oh,
else was there?
Woo,
Jace.
Jace,
Yeah.
Jace, and Dre were clowning, bro. Oh my gosh, they
Dre
always had-
rewinded it. I'm gonna say that. That was really weird. But yeah, he rewinded it to check it out. It was,
It was like,
strange.
wait, go back, go.
I'm saying.
He was controlling the laptop because he connected to the TV, and then like Dre was like, rewind that D with no hesitation, just.
Yeah, that was weird.
I was crying. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's probably the most out of pocket. Apart from Dre being gay and weird.
That's all the time. That's all the
Which is-
time.
yeah,
We
which
love
is-
you, Dre,
which is
but
kind of
not sexually.
all the time.
Nah.
But yeah, that's probably. I'm kind of used to that, but yeah.
And then I got one last question.
Yeah.
You guys call it soccer or football?
So I call it soccer. Personally.
Soccer.
Is that the right answer? Is that the best answer you're looking for?
Yeah.
What do you call it? What do you call it?
Soccer.
Yeah,
I mean,
Soccer, yeah.
The only reason I call it soccer is in Australia you have football, so which is like AFL, rugby league. So I don't call it football. But I think what Europeans call it, I don't really know, football.
It's
Yeah.
football. It's football.
Yeah.
football.
I heard they get pretty angry about that, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they did.
I didn't know it was that deep. But
I didn't know it was that
Apparently it
deep.
is.
It's because they lost the 13 colony lead, but it's all good.
Okay.
But
Couldn't keep up.
yeah,
Suck
like,
it.
like, no, like, bro, like for me, my most out of pocket experience at the hotel was sharing a room with Josh and Dre,
Ooh,
bro.
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
That'd
I
been-
loved them to death. Bro, I was getting touched by Dre the whole night, bro. I was literally, and I had to share a bed with them. Like, it was either Josh or Dre. It was the lesser of two evils. I knew I was gonna get raped if it was Josh. I knew I was. All the love in the world, Josh. You know, it's all love.
Josh,
But
bro.
like with Dre, bro, he literally was like this. Like, in the middle of the night, bro. Like, I was asleep already. And then he was just like this. He was like, damn,
Yeah,
you
he'll
gotta be
get-
so
yeah.
warm. He laid up next to me. He's like, why you gotta be so warm? I was like, the fuck? And then, like, I looked back. I was like, I literally thought it was a dream, so I didn't take it so serious. And I was just like, oh.
It's not a
I
dream.
was just like, whatever, bro. And then, like, I woke up literally that morning. I was just like, this man really touched me, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Bro, and then I had to act like nonchalant as fuck. Like, he didn't try to, like, touch me. Like, he acted like he was just like, I literally asked him, I was like, bro, like,
You touch me?
did you really go up next to me? He's like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I fell asleep literally the same time you did. He gaslit the fuck out of me for that day. And then I really started thinking about it. I was like, nah, he didn't. He touched me. He touched me.
Nah, Dre's like, I'll be coming back from the library. I spend a lot of time in the library. I'll come back and he's just asleep in my bed. What are you doing there?
Just
Yeah,
sit in
what
your
are you doing?
bed.
Just
Why you
I'll,
there,
I'll,
bro?
in my room, and my room be locked. Get in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, but Dre's that morale guy. He's
yeah.
the glue guy.
He is probably the best.
He-
I put him as my best teammate on the thing.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he-
he's a great teammate. I'm
he's
looking forward to next year.
yeah, he's that glue guy. Like, he's just like, he's always funny.
I'm saying, always
funny.
has energy. He doesn't sleep at all. Like, I'll be going to his house, be sleeping like 3 a.m., wake up at 7, and still have the same energy every day, which
Yeah.
is crazy. He must be on like
No,
mad caffeine or something. I
no,
don't know.
but he's always funny. Like, that's one thing that's so underrated about him. Like, he's always funny, and like he's
Always, yeah.
and he's always witty too. Like, he's witty as hell. Like, he's just gonna be like like he always says with your dumb ass, and then like or like he picks up slang from other people. And he combines them in the most weirdest ways. He's like, bro, that's scattered. Like, scattered means like it's like, bro, like that's weird. Or you a bird. Like he makes little trends and inside jokes with the team. Like I thought it was always funny.
Yeah, it's great. Like especially if you're in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You come to practice, like Dre he'll say something. And
yeah, like
Shout out to Dre.
Yeah, shout out Dre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out Dre. And, like all the energy guys are like sometimes he's going.
yeah,
Like,
it was screaming
practice
silence.
and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I guess we're starting to wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting towards the end of the podcast here, and right now you got the floor. You got the floor. The mic is yours. You can promote, plug anything you want.
Yeah.
Anything you got coming up. The floor is yours.
All right,
Go
appreciate it. So yeah, vvstreetwear.com, @vv Instagram. A lot of stuff coming. Rugby jerseys. A lot of stuff coming. You should like it. Should be pretty good. EdgeCo AI company, AI automations. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out wise, that's pretty much it. Yeah, shout out my people back in Australia. Yeah, all my friends. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys, for having me too. Yeah, it's been great.
You coming on.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you
been
so much
great,
for coming
man.
on, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's been great.
Yeah, so that's gonna conclude this episode. Again, we want to thank Jackson Tumbridge, Jackie, Tummy, Jacko,
We'll
Ice
leave all
Spice.
his links and everything down in the description below,
Yep.
so you guys can check it out.
Yep.
And yeah, and thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank you
having
so
me.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
We love y'all.
See you later.
I love you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Boom.